So we just touched down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida about a week ago. We're still getting settled in, getting the furniture moved in, everything organized. But I'm getting a lot of questions about, did I buy when I moved down here? Or did I rent when I moved down here? And the answer is we rented. And throughout this video, I'm gonna tell you why as I give you a tour of the apartment building that we're doing. But one of the biggest reasons of moving down to Florida was to be able to have this to wake up to every single day that I'm here, because to me this is motivation. When I wake up and I see this in the morning and at the lunchtime, at dinner time, in the evening, every time, that's motivation to me. So this is basically the main reason we decided to be here, but there's many other reasons. I'm gonna show you the rest of the building right now. Let's go. With that being said, I love having motivation every single day, so don't mind the office. We're still getting set up here, but this is gonna be the studio, so we're gonna be able to look out at that view every single day while I'm here. So this is one of my favorite parts, and just want to give you a quick tour of the office. Again, still getting everything organized, but this is where you're going to see all the YouTube videos going forward. So one of the cool things with being in an apartment building rather than a house is that it comes with a whole bunch of amenities. This is one of my favorite ones. It's the rooftop plunge pool, and you have 360 views of the entire city up here. So my girlfriend and I actually flew down here a few months ago to find out where we wanted to live, and the first building we looked at was that white and gray one right over there to the right. And we went up there, we looked at it, we got on the balcony, and then we saw that this building was semi-blocking the view of the ocean, which is the reason we were coming here in the first place. We're like, we can't be there because we want the view of the ocean. So we came over and saw this building, found a unit, fell in love with it, and we're here now. But if you look this way, you know, I'm gonna be up here reading books, hanging out, chilling. Friends come into town, we'll come up here to the plunge pool. You see actually the river right down here on the right that goes out to the ocean. Yachts go through there every single day. And I'm talking like 10 million, 50 million, $100 million yachts are through there every single day. Again, pure motivation, nonstop, all day, every day. So now we're down here, we got the pool behind me. They're working on the hot tub over there. But again, we have the other hot tub up on the 44th floor, which is basically what sold me on this place in the first place. Because as soon as we saw that, I was like, man, this is gonna be awesome just to be able to sit up there and spend time and just do the manifestations and affirmations with views like that. Right over here, we can't go in there because there's a whole bunch of people inside. There's a news cafe area, which is basically like a work area for people to come down, have meetings, you know, do some work and things of that nature. I don't really see myself using the pool that much because I know the last place I was at, I never used the pool. So, you know, it's one of those things that's great to have. And maybe when friends come and visit or something, we'll come down here. But personally, I don't see myself using it too often. So this is the lounge game room area. Again, I don't personally see myself spending too much time down here. But if we're ever hosting friends or parties or events, potentially we could definitely be hanging out down here. So I know I've said this a bunch and I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but one of the other big reasons for moving down here is to put yourself around the right types of people, right? And what that means is surrounding yourself with people that force you to level up. So we're gonna walk through this garage, and I just wanna show you a few of them, but if you look around, we got a Rolls-Royce Ghost right there. We got a Lamborghini right there. This is just the first door that we walked out into the garage. But surrounding yourself with people like this, you know, will force you to level up at the end of the day. So if you look right here, we got another Lamborghini, and we have a Ferrari scooter over there. So if you look here, we got two more Porsches. And if you look up here, you got the orangish, grayish one. This is Chevy up there as well, Chevy Corvette. So we're only 2 floors in, and we got another Lamborghini here. Right here, we got another Maserati. Over there, we got a Porsche Cayenne. And if you go one more step, there's another Porsche right there as well. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's something crazy. We got another Porsche right here. And then if you look right here, this is one of the best ones in the garage. It's my beautiful Range Rover. If you look right here, we got a Ferrari. If you look right here, the Rolls-Royce Wraith, that's mine. There's actually another Rolls-Royce Wraith in here as well. Then we got another Ferrari right here and another Porsche Cayenne right there. We got another Lamborghini right here, another Lamborghini right there, and a Maserati right there on the left. So now we're down in the lobby. One of my favorite parts about this, which I've never experienced before and didn't really even know that this was going to come with it, but there's a full-time concierge staff on here 24/7, 365. So what that means is they accept packages, they deliver packages, they allow people up to your room so you don't have to like come down and open the door for them. They get food deliveries. They do like everything. They set up car washes, which again, I didn't know going into this, but which has been awesome ever since getting here is having somebody. So my biggest thing is like, I don't like wasting time. So coming up and down and letting people in and out, complete waste of time. Having somebody here to do that full time, is off the chain. So behind me, we got the valet stand. You can self-park, you can get a reserved parking for your vehicles, or you can valet. I used to be a valet. If you don't know the story, you know, I started in business as a valet. I valeted for like 2.5 years as I was trying to get into real estate. So I know how valets treat cars sometimes, right? So I'm not valeting the vehicle. Personally, we're self-parking. We have a self-park and we have a reserved spot for the 2 different cars. But, you know, when guests come to visit, the valet's free, which is awesome, right? So anytime anybody comes to visit, it's free. If they do stay overnight, there is a small charge to it. But anytime we're like bringing back groceries or furniture or boxes or anything like that, again, not knowing this, you know, they help bring the bags up to the room and the boxes up to the room. It just makes everything flow so much easier. And it's just kind of been a bonus ever since we got here. And another thing, the parking garage. So when we leased the building, we didn't go into the parking garage. They just told us that you had parking options. We're like, all right, cool, I'm in, let's sign the lease. And then we got here and the garage is awful. The garage sucks. It's very, very tight. You know, there's dent marks or scratch marks on like every single wall because it's a difficult garage to drive in. I think I'm a great driver. And I was even a little bit nervous when I first got in there. You know, I'm getting used to it now, but especially if you have a bigger vehicle, like a truck, and you would be surprised how big a Rolls-Royce Wraith actually is. It drives like a truck. And it's tight for sure. So now we're down here on the boardwalk. If you see that yellow taxi right there, it's a water taxi and it's free. It can take you around anywhere that the river goes. It can take you down to the ocean. So it's another kind of way to get around outside of like Ubers and cars and everything like that. Me personally, I'm gonna be taking morning walks and jogs up and down this river the entire time. I'm a big believer that water brings energy. So when you're close to water, your energy lifts and energy always wins. The people with the highest energy in a room win. So, you know, show up with the juice, show up with the energy, and this is gonna help me bring the energy. There's also a ton of restaurants down here. This is one here. I mean, there's like 50, 60 of them all within walking distance. So we're never gonna have issues with finding places to go out to eat. We just might have to figure out how to eat healthy at times with all these options down here. So yesterday, actually, again, we talk about surrounding yourself with the right people, forcing you to level up. We were on a yacht up and down this river behind me yesterday, just seeing everything. And as you can see behind me right now, there's another, I don't know, 10, 20, $30 million yacht going through, and it's so big that they have towboats behind it to make sure that it doesn't hit anything. But going back to it, the main reasons we decided to move to Florida was, one, I hated the weather in Ohio. It was cold and freezing and rainy all the time. 2 was to force myself into an uncomfortable position, something that I didn't know of before. Because when you're uncomfortable is when the time that you can actually grow. Is I got to learn all the new restaurants, all the new directions, all the new streets, meet all the new people. So being uncomfortable is huge. Surrounding myself with the right people. As you can see behind me again, we got another yacht going through here. So being, you know, face to face with people like this every single day, all the time, everybody you meet are people that are, you know, killing it in business and pushing themselves to grow as well. So surrounding yourself with the right people is huge. And motivation, you know, waking up with the ocean views every single morning, waking up and being able to look out the window and see $1 million yachts, $100 million yachts. You know, like I said, yesterday we took a yacht out for the day. We did an 8-hour charter. We were up and down here. We were up and down the other places. And I know for sure I'm gonna do more. I actually got a call this morning from one of my friends. They saw me on the yacht yesterday and they called me about a business plan with a yacht, right? So it just opens up all types of opportunities. The more you put yourself in places for growth, in places of uncomfort, you never know what's gonna happen from it. You know, again, yesterday, one connection on the boat, you know, was gonna make me easily 6 figures, probably 7 figures for the rest of this year off of one single connection. So it's nonstop. Most people never get outside of their comfort zone. I lived in Phoenix, Arizona for a year after high school, for 1 year. And it was the biggest time of growth of my life because I was away from everything that I knew of. Every single thing. I had to meet all new people. I had to learn, you know, how to wake up, how to live life, like, because you're out of a routine at that point. And guess what? It's the same thing here. I'm out of a routine. Growth is imminent. You know, I know it's about to take off right now. One of the best things, in my opinion, that somebody can do is move out of their hometown, get away from everything you know, get away from everything that you've done for your whole life and start something new, because that's going to be when you actually grow. So if you actually want the full video of all the reasons why I moved to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, you can check out that link right here. It gives you all the details. I'm gonna do a follow-up to this video as well. We're like 5 days into the move. I'm gonna do another follow-up to this video, you know, a couple months in as we get settled. Just kind of tell you what life's like, you know, what some of the takeaways and things like that are. So comment below, let me know what questions you have. Let me know if you're getting ready to make a move. Smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, appreciate you. We'll see you on the next one.